Look, I know you were expecting to see Riley, but his lips are tired.
Don't say that.
Don't worry, Riley. You rest those smackers.
What?
I got this. Apple is reportedly planning to launch some decidedly wacky new products in 2027, according to Mark Gurman, known by the Greeks as the Oracle at Germanopolis. Gurman? Hardly know him. In his latest newsletter, the ruler of Gurmulon 7 reiterated previous claims that Apple would release the first foldable iPhone with a display crease that's barely there in 2027. But apparently, later in the year, Apple's going to celebrate the 20th anniversary of iPhone by launching a mostly glass curved iPhone without any cutouts in the display. No one asked for this.
Cut it out.
I have a feeling the curve here refers more to the edge of the phone being curved, like Samsung's discontinued edge design from back when you were 6 years old. But at this time, we also can't rule out an iBanana phone.
The evidence is there.
Because I don't know, somebody's tripping here, whether it's Apple or No Gurm Limits himself. But 2027 is apparently also the year Apple will launch their smart glasses to compete with Meta's products. And they're also developing some kind of cross between a foldable iPad and a touchscreen Mac. But at least they have the common decency to hold off on that until 2028.
We're reasonable people.
We'll all be dead by then. You'll want to start saving up for these probably very expensive devices, so make sure you don't accidentally delete an email titled Lopez Voice Assistant Class Action Settlement if you've owned an Apple device in the last decade. It's telling you how to claim $20 or so per device from Apple's recent settlement over Siri spying on people by accident. Now, the new fancy AI-powered Siri won't spy on you. It'll just lie to you if Apple ever launches it.
Got him!
Show us your wrists, Apple, so we can slap them. References to a version of the Intel Arc B580 with 24 gigabytes of VRAM were spotted in a regulatory filing submitted by card manufacturer Maxsun, which is exciting because all PC gamers want is more Intel Arc cards and for our other dad, Pat Gelsinger, to come back.
Pat, no!
He went out for smokes. But don't get too excited. It's likely that this is an Intel Arc Pro workstation card, given that Intel explicitly said that that's what they'll be showing off at Computex 2025 in Taiwan, where I'll be there, eating noodles, going for walks.
Yeah, soup dumplings.
First time dumplings.
Sticky tofu?
People burn their mouths, I heard. I gotta be careful.
You've never been there.
Another Maxsun filing also mentioned an Nvidia RTX 5050, my favorite name so far, with what else? 8 gigabytes of VRAM, but at least the memory will be the least of your worries with that card. Hey, look, we'll take what we can get at a time when, according to DigiTimes, Nvidia is reportedly implementing some pretty hefty price hikes across its lineup of GPUs. And of course, they're gonna blame the tariffs, but...
What? Why are you pausing? What? Say something. What?
Those tariffs are paused!
Oh!
Or some of them are anyway, as the US and China have agreed to mutually cut tariffs on each other by 115% for a period of 90 days. In an extremely rare joint statement that was also probably pretty awkward to write, like which language you use, both nations announced that the Trump administration's recently imposed tariffs on Chinese goods will drop from 145 to 30%, while China's tariffs on American goods are going from 125 to 10%. The CCP's Ministry of Commerce also released their own statement though, roughly translated as, okay, can we quit the bullshit now? Not quite, because this tariff reduction does not apply to small packages under $800 coming from China, which will still be subject to a 120% tariff or a flat fee of $100, which goes up to $200 on June 1st. De minimis to the max.
Just to celebrate.
Trump also put a pause, permanently, on the director of the US Copyright Office, Shira Perlmutter, one day after her office published a preliminary report arguing that AI companies might not have the legal right to train their commercial models on unlimited amounts of copyrighted works.
I'm skeptical.
The House Administration Committee published a statement implying that the firing may have been influenced by Trump's good old buddy and ex-AI founder, Elon Musk, likely disliking that report, along with the leaders of every other AI company, almost all of whom are embroiled in AI copyright lawsuits up to their ketamine holes. Ketamine holes. Ketamine holes.
They all have fun.
I feel like they should take a break and check out our sponsor holes. Micro Center and their newest store in Santa Clara, California, which they promise is opening really soon, and they mean it this time. They are super serial, so you better sign up to get a free 128 gigabyte flash drive in store when it opens, which is soon for sure. Until then though, all May long, it's desktop deals at Micro Center with great deals on more than 150 desktops, including the MSI Aegis ZS2 with a Ryzen 7 7800X3D and an RTX 5070. Are you kidding me? I mean, what else would you expect from the tech retailer rated #1 overall in PC Mag's Reader's Choice Awards? You don't have to answer that, you just have to go check out the sale and learn more about the Santa Clara store at the link in the description. How do those gums feel, Riley? Tell you what, flap them around a bit while I do these quick bits.
What does that mean?
Yow! Was that Samsung's new Odyssey OLED G6, the world's first 500 Hz OLED gaming monitor? Was it?
I don't know.
It's launching in Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam, and Malaysia for around $1,440 US. They always get the good stuff. Before launching worldwide later this year, it's a 27-inch 1440p display, just like LG's OLED GX7. But the key difference here is that its refresh rate is 20 Hz faster.
What?
You'll notice your last few games of popular hero shooter Marvel Rivals, or equivalent title, have probably sucked. And now you know the reason. You gotta check this out.
But that was not
Probably
a sponsor spot.
Didn't even see that.
Oh, what
You
else?
would with a better OLED.
That's true.
You know. Accident-prone fitness tracker company, Whoop, is once again offering its users free hardware upgrades. Customers revolted last week when Whoop went back on their original promise of a free tracker upgrade reportedly offered to any user who had been a member for 6 months or more. But Whoop says that was a typo in an old support article, and once found, the company amended it to their actual policy, which is that you get a free upgrade if you had 6 or more months remaining on your membership. And that seems to be true, according to both a company blog post and a Forbes interview from 2021. Fast forward to today, and Whoop is now offering free upgrades for users with 12 months or more remaining on their membership. So that's definitely worse, but not as worse. Please stop yelling at us. And Whoop, there it is. Google's VO2 video generator, capable of turning images into 5-second clips, will be included for free on Honor 400 and 400 Pro phones when they come out May 22nd. This will put the incredible power of deepfakes in everyone's pocket, which is exactly the type of danger that led fresh new Pope Leo XIV to choose his name.
He's poping fresh.
The previous Pope Leo presided over the Industrial Revolution, and this Leo sees the AI revolution posing similar risks to human dignity and privacy. Heck, it just came out that Google will pay Texas a groundbreaking $1.375 billion to settle a data privacy violations case. Hey, can we get a settlement to compensate for all the extra thinking we have to do to figure out whether any given image or video of the new Pope is AI?
There's no way he has that much drip.
Is that his coat?
Or is that a part of his body?
Over a week ago, gaming news site Giant Bomb was hit by a blast of layoffs by its owner, Fandom. Or should I say former owner? Because the site's staff just bought Giant Bomb from Fandom, with the Jeff Scrub and Bacalar taking ownership of the Giant Bomb website and podcast. Here's hoping they don't cross any wires.
It's not a real bomb.
It could explode. And get hyped for a mind-blowing next-gen tech product, Wood. A company called Invent Wood is ramping up to begin mass production of what they call Superwood, a specialty treated wood that is stronger and lighter than steel.
It's actually really cool.
And prettier, the grain.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I think there's something we said here about wood being better for the environment than steel. But there's also the fact that Superwood could be alluding to Superman, who's the man of steel, which is now weaker than wood. I don't know, there's something there. But University of Maryland researcher Lian Bing Hu published this method to strengthen wood back in 2018. When you were 6 years old.
Okay.
And is now one of the founders of Invent Wood, which is launching its huge manufacturing facility this summer. So if anything happens to them, look to Big Steel.
They invented wood.
The man.
Big
Of
Steel
steel.
Man. Oh, now we're on to something.
Trying to keep your wood down. And look at your screen once again on Wednesday, when we'll be back with more tech news, more tech wood. It'll be so good, you wrote that, you might get wood.
Yeah, but we can't say that.
Tech wood.